Hi guys, Michael behind the camera here from Team Shift. I've got Luke Bowkis here with his recent top 8 finish at Sheffield Regionals. It's the first regionals of the UK in 2018 and he managed to top playing Trickstars, so here's his list.
Obviously, 3 Candina, 3 Licorice. There's no reason not to play these in Trickstar, they're just the best cards. Lilybell, just 1. A lot of people start playing 2, which is okay, I understand it for the firewall loop, but also like Desires you don't want to banish the 1 of, but I play a way to get it back, and 1 seemed fine to me. Then most of the rest of the monsters are just hand traps, so the best hand trap in the game. 3 Ash, second best hand trap in the game, don't need explaining. 3 Ghost Ogre, it's mostly there, it's okay, it's mostly there for like hitting a monster that you can't get over, like a Buster or something like that. Again, it's more just because like you're fine going first or second. You don't want to get, like, if you go first, you don't want to have loads of sets and get even lead, so it plays around that. 3 Droll, you obviously play it for Reincarnation, but even then, like against Spiral and against Draco, it's so good going second. 2 Honest, just another hand trap. Mostly played it just for like big monsters that I can't get over. I've seen other people play Eater of Millions, which is probably a better alternative that I didn't think of at the time, but I didn't really see it, and I definitely cut it. I sided it out a lot. Gofu, so versatile. Use it to make Omega or Beals or Decode or like most of a Borrow Load. It's just such a versatile card to make things. 6 Light Stage, there's no reason not to. 3 Desires, because I play Omega, banishing Reincarnation or Lilybell's not too bad, so you just shuffle it back, remove it back to the grave. You just need to plus in this deck, it's just too good of a card not to play 3 of. 3 Scapegoat, card's broken, should definitely get hit. 1 card Borrow Load, 1 card Firewall. Yeah, you just play loads of Link monsters, this card's stupid. Kicky Dark Hole, they kind of clog because you want to go first, but at the same time you need to be able to kill big monsters because, you know, the biggest monster you've got is 18. Someone puts purple poison in defense, you actually have to like make Link monsters to get over it. So 1 Instant Fusion, it's like a backup Gofu. I didn't want to play 2 because it just clogged with Gofu. Playing 3, well, you don't want to see both. It's just for Theseus, and making Omega is really strong in this deck for playing triple Desires. 3 Reincarnation, really good. Like, you've got to play 3 for the draw lock. I've seen people play 2, but there's sometimes when you open draw and this without seeing Candina, being able to draw them when you haven't searched this is strong because they don't really play around it. And then 2 Heavy Storm Duster. I played this when I first started playing Trickstar, and it was really good for like, they set stuff that they want to keep that is not going to get Reincarnation out of their hand, and then you hit it, and like they'll set the good stuff like Big Red or Desires or something like that, and you just hit it out the back row. And then like I had a game where they set 1, they set 2, they're playing around Droll, and I Heavy Storm Dusted them, then they stopped playing around Droll and they got Droll locked, so it's really strong. Extra, mostly Link monsters, just for Scapegoat, Gofu, stuff like that. These are the way to making Borrow Load. Decode, just a big monster, swings over stuff. Spec doesn't really come up, honestly. Borrow Load's best card in the extra. You don't need to kill big monsters if you can just steal them, swing, and they have a massive trouble getting over it. 2 Holy Angel, could have just cut this to 1, maybe played an extra Synchro or Topologic, or just an extra option, because 2, you don't really need to play 2, but every now and then the burn damage comes up to play 1. Theseus for Instant Fusion, obviously. Mega Omega is really strong in this deck, and just 1 card's worth it, because you've got the space. Beals and Omega, I'd probably try and squeeze like Scarlight or Stardust or something else in the extra if I could, but these are really strong. Like you've got the space to play this for the Draco matchup, where you pretty much just win if you make it. You just, as soon as they search Apocalypse, you just Reincarnation out of their hand. Nightmare Shark and Breaksword. This comes up every now and then. I had a game where they were on like 17, but they had a Borrow Load, and if I'd have made this, it had just not killed them in time, but it still comes up sometimes. And this comes up quite a bit when like hitting popping your own light stage is fine if you've still got Candina in hand, or popping Reincarnation, put it straight in the grave is okay. And then this was a firewall, just for the firewall loop, which is kind of silly. Shout out to Joe who lent me this, giving it back to him, that's why it's not here. But yeah, and shout out to Isaac for telling me about the firewall loop. Came up twice, it's pretty stupid.
Alright, so moving on to the side deck.
Side deck wasn't great, to be honest. Like, I played 2 Zaphion for Pendulum and Draco. I didn't see it, but in theory, you know, it hits like 3 or 4 cards, it's really strong. Even Pendulum, if they trap it, you just draw a card. 2 Kaijus. I didn't know what else to play. They come up every now and then, just for Borrow Load or something that you can't get over, because the deck struggles to hit a monster with any sort of good effect, so they're okay. I'd probably find something better though. 2 Cosmics. It's pretty much a straight swap for the Heavy Storm Dusters against Pendulum, because you don't want to hit about half their scales, like Double Iris or Purple Poison. You don't want to pop them and give them an effect, so Cosmic's great in that matchup. 3 Anti-Spell, again for Pendulum. The card slows them down loads, it's really strong, along with 3D Barrier. If you open this against them, you usually win, because they can't search, they can't Pendulum summon turn 1. They usually just set a monster and pass, and you've got enough advantage off stopping them for a turn. And then 3 Evenly Matched. Card's stupid, I really hope it doesn't get hit, because this deck needs it, but it should do. Going second, if they set up, you know, any sort of board, you know, leaving them down to 1 card is really strong. It didn't actually come up. I drew it a few times going second. I had it Mind Crushed, I had it Reincarnation twice, but you'd still obviously play it, there's no reason not to. Yeah.
Sure, so that was the list. Congratulations again. Is there any closing thoughts at all?
I'd only change a couple of cards. I really like the list. I didn't get to test much, but like I knew a lot of the deck anyway, because I've been playing it for like October, November, so definitely would play it again. Shout outs to Michael for everything he does for the channel. Shout outs to Carl. Drove us, test a lot with him. Shout out to the rest of the team. Yeah, it was a really good day.
Cool, thank you very much.